rescue. You want to press people, you're no. Show me the million rescue. To save somebody, the million rescue.
Yeah. To deliver you from something, take you from something.
So you're a poor people. Rescue me, save. But we the old people. Rescue the million rescue. That will can't help me while here.
That's the same thing.
But Jota Bagara can't tell in the water. He can't pour one making the water back to kill on money. You know they get people the pressure. Husband not working. I live in church TV. I even made 1,000 a lot. I even made 400 a lot profit. Let me come and go. Children waiting for me. You are Jota Bagara. Where will be our result next year? We wouldn't even 1 year. Where will be our result the following year?
Okay, thank you so much. What's your name? What's your name?
My name is Patience Mane.
Patience Mane. You sell in the market here?
Yes.
What you selling at here?
Yes.
What's the name of the feeling?
No market. Can't get some. I go look for Yancy son.
You go look for the market, you see so?
Yancy food, call it food press. The way up, you not understand ourselves. When you go to there, you buy another press. When you come, you buy a different press. So the money I can put it back on my.
Also, the money you carry to the cold storage.
They put it back on my. Very rich.
How much for the face?
You buy snapper 14,000. What is to buy 10,000, 8,000. Buy the 14,000. One cartoon snapper 14,000. So we beg the government. We ask y'all to help us to beg our government. We say you keep to rescue us. But the rescue that you're doing, I will not understand it. And when they pull the police on the street, our boyfriend there, they're not bringing nothing to us again. They say they can't rescue us. Why they cause a motor runner running? They want not doing they want. They are breaking the government. We the poor people, they must find place for us that we want be able to scale our clothes. They got poor people, they got rich people in the town. Some of us, we not got more from the South God. And that basically we do, we not understand our children run to school. Our children, when we can't sell the market, we can't make a damn. They say rescue, but we not understand the rescue team. So they were taking them from all of the street for smoking, for drugs and things. But I think you see them now. All of them turn to Zoom. They can stay in the freeze.
So the drugs are to you?
Rampant now, more than rampant.
Okay.
The drugs is rampant. Some of them almost 20% on the street because of Zumi.
The zombie drugs?
Yeah, the Zumi now they bring in Jota Bagara to drink. Because we are trying to sell our Kush. But now Zumi, when he said I see that we are so sticking at it. So we ask him to please, we the parent of our boys children, we ask him to please help us to make our children to leave Zumi. Because he said he came to change things. And no change, we not understand our land. Police people getting our keke motor back, hata. Police people beating our children on the street. They say they should raise that, they should become over there, everything they do. But what police people are home killing? That just one thing we just getting dropping like that. Tell him, don't let Napa, tell him sorry. We're not taking somebody out for the country. So you should tell our president to help you the poor people.
Selling money, how's the business?
We get God to go for it. You don't let that God take you for. But money ain't in the country now.
In process.
For now, if I have to tell you that before we're over,
So tell us exactly what's the issue?
Yeah, I've decided and chosen to be the spokesperson for the.
Madam Hawa Tote, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll appreciate your presence here. Thank you.
With the institution for past years.
Thank you.
About 9 years.
When you say associated with the institution,
I've been doing several work for them.
okay.
In that institution, I even donated a vehicle at the Shopping Down police station. I negotiated, at the Shopping Down department. I negotiated with Lieutenant McGee where they gave us even a pickup for the LGA to be used. So we came in the service as somebody who willing to make our sacrifices. But you see, it's not about me this time. If I'm okay and all the gentlemen around the entire country is not okay, it will look so fine for us.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
So
Look at the camera.
I've been home, lying down, and then
Yes,
I've
picture
heard
this.
several things going on where the deputy director for administration, the president of Sebastian Farr, gave some mandate that everybody should present their documents. All the guys across the place presented their documents. But before then, when Fadiga and Eddie Coman took over, they said that everybody that have been working in the institution will be on payroll. All right, because there are people who knew what they're hanging, no sufficient funds for the DA. So for this reason, they should hold on. So when Eddie came, they said that they were going to do what we call in-service training for all the men across the counties, where they will be placed on payroll. But to our utmost surprise, they did they survey, they collected the names, and then they came out and just put on the bulletin board, check some people's names, some people who are strange, nobody know them, and then they put their name and saying they only need 200 out of 5,000 plus people. That's a 3 to 5,000 plus people. And that doesn't make sense. Some of the guys served 15 years as volunteers. Some of them served 20 years, some of them served 8 years, 9 years. These people have been arresting major drug dealers across the country. Today you are telling them that once the 200 have been paid for more than 3,000 crew of members, they are no longer an officer. Now, what becomes of these people's life in a community and in a society? They have been arresting major drug dealers, taking them to court and prosecuting them.
So are you excluding yourself as well because you kept saying these people? Are you just a spokesperson for them?
Everybody always say that in this country, the guy was saying that once I'm certified, I'm okay. And you understand it? Today, I can be appointed anywhere because I'm qualified. You understand it? But once I see these guys who have been working with along the line and I see them going to struggle, I have to stand up and speak out because this government, I play a major role in this government. You go local county, my hand works out there. I got evidence in my phone.
Okay, that's bit by bit, right? You say you are volunteers, right? Yeah. Volunteers for the LDA for the past years. Yeah. How long have you started working with the?
9 years now.
9 years. Yes. So that was from which year?
From
Okay, so 9 years, right? At what session of the LDA were you working? Operational session. Yeah. Okay, all right. So since then, what was the promise? How did it get at the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency? Normally,
what is done, we start normally with what we call intelligence. When you do more intelligence and get more intelligence, they arrest the major drugs. Because all the drugs you see arrested on the street, there are people who are not in the employ. But when you do major work, the institution will recommend you and then you come. The authority will recommend you and then you come. When you come, you present your documents. Because DA is basically looking for a specific thing. It's not like the general police where you go, you do traffic control and all that kind of thing. So you're going to look for the drug. When the man was able to go through that, they will send his name in and then you will go through the process. Through what we call the training section is within DA. Like the immigration got a training section. So they will submit all of it to the training section, which is held by Frelsol. Frelsol will go through and bring you on and talk to you and carry you in the classroom. We all went to the classroom training because some of us have BSc and things. So you have to go roll in the mud. Like this man also has a bachelor's degree. You understand it? So we'll carry through all those trainings. At the end of the day, you're coming in and saying, no, that one is not and void. You don't want it. So we go back to status quo. So it doesn't make sense to us.
So I'm saying, did you sign any contract prior to officially,
a lot of people are given employment letter.
Oh, okay.
Across,
including you as well.
All of us are given. If you want to, we'll show it all across.
Okay, all right.
A lot of people. But you know, when a new director is appointed, the first thing he needs to do is to go across the counties and ask for the letters of assignment, letter of employment, all that kind of thing. Okay. Because there are some people who have been employed, but our account is open. No money has fallen inside. It's just open. That's why you see, I think it's you heard that civil service wanted the freedom to go and do some verification. Those are all the problems that came. So we are saying to the public and our men across the counties, we are standing in the vanguard and we want to meet the president because President Boaga promised us that drugs is a national emergency. So,
and one thing, before I talk to some of your colleagues, so 9 years ago, all right, or 9 years now, have you not been giving, like stipend or something?
No stipend. No money.
Okay.
They are not been giving stipend.
So, with this current administration, were you able to engage the director or other officials of the LDA to seek redress?
The first thing when you go there, you find out this morning when the officers went there, I was online now, and then the place they called. Nobody should enter.
Please go to whom?
To me, someone that played the first, they said nobody should enter. I said, but why would you not enter your own fence? When you are arresting the drugs, they were not critical. You arrest all cartoon boxes and things, but they will put on the platform and say, oh yeah, arrest of me, sample rank there. So now they didn't say, oh, you are not getting this, so carry the drugs back to the people. And if you are not honest to the country, How will you already drive and call a commander to say what they did the drive? You understand it? So why would you not enter the place? So when I came, I saw the whole place already. People going and kneeling down there, I said no, but then they press.
So my question is, for the past times, have you been able to engage the management, especially the new director?
They are not giving you chance to see the director. They will not give you chance.
Okay.
They will not give you chance.
So who is Sebastian Farr?
Sebastian Farr is the deputy director of operation. He was at the police academy before. On a job we are.
Okay. So can we talk to Yasua? How are you? Okay. What's the name? What's the issue, sir?
Okay, my issue.
All right, so fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. We want to use this time to extend our thanks and appreciation to all of you who continue to support our effort in ensuring that we bring government feet to the fire, expose ills in society, and make Liberia a better place. I want to say thanks to all of you. Without your support, without your encouragement, your comments, and etc., I don't know if we were still going to be doing what we are doing. But I want to thank you so much that you continue to support us. Thank you. We do not have money to pay you for all of the services that you continue to render to us, that we can jointly expose ills and evil in society. But we say thank you. To all of you, I want to welcome you. April King, Juje Wenwu, Monkonje, Carpenter, and all of you. I mean, all of you that are joining us. I want to appreciate you. You know, my people, where we have reached as Liberians, our nation is gradually, in fact, not even gradually, but is rapidly declining. And like I always say to people, our responsibility is to speak out. Our responsibility is to expose ills in society. Our responsibility is to open the eyes of our people in the simplest possible manner, or the simplest possible English. And if you ask me, I would say we are doing our work adequately. And people are getting to know the truth on a daily basis because people are standing up for the truth. When we said it yesterday, they felt that we were politically driven to say what, we said yesterday. But today, the reality has stepped in that all of us are now seeing it. And we want to say thanks to Facebook, to YouTube, to TikTok, and etc., etc. Because all of these platforms are helping us to expose the ills and to expose the corrupt nature of this particular government. Let me tell you some of the reasons why most media institutions may not be able to go into one story more than two different times in their presentation. Some of these, whether it be a podcast or whatever it is, they don't care about you. What they care about is the views. What they care about is the likes. So even if a story is very relevant for them to run with for 1 week, they will not do it. Because they believe that most of us will get tired. We want to hear new things, and you don't blame them. So some stories that are very cogent, that are very important, that we should run with, that the media should be able to speak on it adequately and educate and inform our people, they will not do it. They will just talk on it for something like 5 minutes, then they leave it, they jump to another topic. But the good thing is that those of us that are here, we are not looking for views. Neither are we looking for somebody to praise us. Because when you talk about views, we already have it. Just a video I did some 4 days ago have been watched by 358,000 people. And that I am grateful of. I received that notification and I said, thank God. 300 plus thousand people 4 days ago. Video that we did. Video that we did just 4 days ago. 300 plus thousand people have watched that particular video. And I remember that video, when I look at my screen, we had about, I think the highest we went to was 43% that was watching. I think so. But just over the period of 4 or 5 days, 300 plus thousand people have watched that video. So it means the message is going across. And those of you who are sharing, I also want to say thank you so very kindly for sharing. Because the more you share is the more people interact. So I want to say thank all of you, including those of you that have a critical view who do not agree with me. But I always want to send out this caveat. You don't have to agree with me. But all I urge you to do is let's be respectful of each other. You don't have to use invectives because I possess the exclusive right. And I have given that right also to Facebook to automatically ban your comment or I delete it when you use invectives. But we can exchange ideas. You can be as harsh as you can be in, discussing. But let's not use invectives. So again, I want to welcome all of you that are joining us. Those of you that are on YouTube, I want to encourage you to please follow us on YouTube. If you are on TikTok, I also encourage you to please follow us on TikTok. On TikTok is under the Palava Hut. You will see my picture there. So I encourage you to follow us. Immediately after here, we are going on TikTok. So I want to welcome all of you. I want to today continue the discussion that I had yesterday on the TikTok with the issue of drugs. Like I said the last time, in order for us to fight drugs, it must be done void of politics. When you try to bring politics into it, then you defeat the actual essence and the reason why we should fight it. Because when you try to bring politics into it, guess what happens? One way or the other, the true message that is supposed to go across, that message will be stalled. You don't fight drugs using political tactics or your political chicanery or your propaganda. So this is the reason why from the very first day we saw Mr. Boyka going to take his, how you call the thing, drug test, we said that was a charade, that was a deception, and it will amount to nothing good. That's what we said. And some people did not understand us at the time and felt that maybe we were angry, as they can usually say. So they lost election, so they're angry. We have the ability to at least politically dissect and see things and make what we call a very accurate or almost accurate guess of some things, because we've stayed long around. We've seen so many political institutions and observe. So sometimes when we make these guesses or these infers, when we make them, sometimes it is 98% truth. It's always in the 90. So when we saw Boyka taking on that political approach to think that he can fight drugs, we immediately condemned it from the very beginning and said that this is not a serious approach. This will not amount to anything serious. We said it. Lo and behold, true to what we said, fellow Liberians, we are seeing it today. Drugs in Liberia is on the increase. And this was the number one message that was used But Mr. Boyka and his people, that when they take over, the issue of fighting drugs will be uncompromising. They will fight it robustly. They will fight it without, favor. They will put their all into it. They will put resources into it. Who told you that Mr. Boyka and his cronies are not aware of the challenges that we have had in previous? They understand that we have had challenges, even under the United Party government, under the CDC government. So the progress that the CDC government made, they were coming to see how best they can be able to improve on the progress and be able to see how best they can, tackle seriously the challenges. This was the first deception that we saw and said, no, this is not a good sign. And I will play you the video. I will play you the video right here. This is Mr. Boyka. Let me play you this video. When we saw them around the table, the AB Kroma there, the LDA, Labor Minister, Vice President, the lady on political affairs, Madela Cooper, and all the other people around. Get it?
So we will need you all media people to please open the way. Please press behind a little bit.
And there's a reason I'm playing this video. I'm playing this video to tell you that, look, fellow Liberians, the person who wants to ensure, or the government that wants to ensure that they fight drugs vigorously, they will not be on camera show around. They will not be on beauty pageant around. They will take what we call a practical action. Joseph Numa Boyka went for a drug test. And that was done to deceive you, because he had earlier told us that he coming to fight drugs. Drugs was one of his major campaign message, or one of the major campaign messages. So all of this thing, they were all deception. They were all hypocrisy. They were just for the cameras. They were just for some of you, the Liberian people. Some of you who followed Mr. Boyka, and you are deceived by this old man. And so therefore, they went for drug tests right there in front of cameras. And we saw people writing papers and doing this and doing that. How many of Mr. Boyka ministers went for drug tests? How many? Let even leave his minister. So when we saw all of these, we know that it was just a mere camera show. Boyka wanted to deceive you as usual, because drugs message was cardinal on his campaign. So here we are.
Completed. I think you heard the timer going off.
They're playing with Boyka PP.
Those are the results for his exit.
And you would think that there should be a serious approach, that after this process, that the will now begin to vigorously fight drugs.
This is a very exhaustive
People
test.
showing their hand up.
Read out all the substances that were tested for.
These were all political shows.
THC, which is from cannabis or marijuana, was negative. Cocaine, negative. Morphine and all the derivatives of morphine, including codeine, hydrocodone, morphone, normorphone, oxycodone, oxymorphone, thebaine were all negative. MDMA, or what is called ecstasy, negative. Buprenorphine, negative. Amphetamines, negative. Barbiturates, negative. Benzodiazepines, negative. Methamphetamines, negative. Methadone, which is used for addicts who are getting off of drugs, negative. And PCP, negative. Thank you.
You see that? And they are laughing. They are laughing. And we told you all of these were intended for political showmanship. Elijah, you are welcome. Lami, you are welcome. All of you are highly welcome. So we told you that this was just political showmanship. Brecker was not serious in fighting drugs. All he wanted to do was to deceive his few people who he lied to. Because some of us said it from the very beginning that look, Mr. Brecker is not that kind of person that you can trust. We said it. You can't trust him. We know his history. We know his records. So we said we can't trust this man. We told you. It was even more dangerous for him to do what he did. Because at the time he did not even go for drug tests, it was not as rampant as it is after he went to go take his drug test. So after his drug test, you and I will think that this man will begin now to take a very serious approach. The first thing he will do is have an overhaul of the LDEA, to have a serious conversation with the folks that are at LDEA and say, how can we do this together? You will think that Mr. Brecker will buttress the effort of President Weah in fighting drugs. That is by calling international partners and declaring a state of emergency on the issue of drugs. You will think that some of the executive order was to ensure that perpetrators, the people who are using drugs to damage our children, you will think that an executive order will be passed to ensure that these people are seriously punished. You will think that the government will be able to call the necessary, how you call security agencies, or whatever agency it is, to have even a 1 week or 2 week meeting or a 2 week conference on how we can tackle drugs. You will think that Mr. Brecker will bring the churches together, the mosques, religious institution. You will think that Mr. Brecker will bring the civil society organization together. You will think that Mr. Brecker will bring the marketeers together, will bring international partners together, and be able to put forth our country plight relative to the proliferation of drugs. Did President Weah do that? Yes, he did. Videos are here. Call international partners to the extent international partners even committed themselves. But how can a Brecker fight drugs? Brecker does not have the energy to fight drugs because his own children are involved with it. The people who supported Mr. Brecker, these were the people who are notorious drugs dealers. I don't want you to believe me because I'm going to show you pictures of what we are talking about. I'm going to show you pictures. I don't want you to believe what I'm saying till you can see the pictures. We said that Mr. Brecker was not serious about the issue of drugs because this particular old man, he has benefited immensely from this drugs money from his son. His son is operating a whole ghetto, in fact, a big ghetto in Liberia, even though they call it club, but I refer to it as a ghetto. Let me put something on here quick, please. I refer to it as a ghetto. His son is operating a ghetto. His son is a major distributor of drugs in Liberia. And doing Mr. Brecker years in opposition, his son used the drugs money to support him. Because remember now, Brecker told us that he was living on drugs. He was living on loans, sorry. So some of the support that he received, or some of the reason why at least he was afloat, was because his son, who is one of the major drug lords in Liberia, was selling drugs and he was benefiting from it. And when Joseph Newman Brecker became president, even during his opposition years, most of the people who were connected to his friends, because they were engaged in an attitude. They supported Mr. Boyka campaign. They supported it to the extent that notorious drug law, they were taken to Joseph Numa Boyka, and Joseph Numa Boyka gave them opportunities, gave them our Liberian passport. A notorious drug law in Liberia. This guy bring his thing from the international level and can't sell it in Liberia. This guy was introduced to Joseph Numa Boyka. And guess what happened? Joseph Numa Boyka gave him diplomatic passport as an investment lobbyist. A diplomatic passport. Let me bring this to you so that you can see it. Let me bring this to you. Diplomatic passport. I want you to see this guy. I will bring his picture here. Here is it. Look at this guy. You see this guy? He is a notorious drug lord. Look at him. You see his face? I want you to just take a look. You see his face? This particular individual was introduced to Joseph Numa Boyka. In fact, during the campaign, he actually, helped Joseph Numa Boyka. Here's his picture. This guy is not only a notorious drug lord, but he was given a diplomatic passport by Mr. Boyka as a lobbyist on trade and investment in Liberia. Passing around with Liberian passports while selling drugs. This is the guy with how you call Joseph Numa Boyka's son. There he is. Joe Boyka Jr. Let him Joe Boyka Jr. You know, sometimes when we say these things to you, some of you don't believe it. You think that we look, let me tell you something. The level that I have reached is not a level where I'm looking for a number, because I already have it by the grace of God. You have helped me. Those of you who are sincere, those of you who are sharing, you have helped us to accumulate the number. You know what it means? For almost 300,000 persons to listen to you just in a period of 4 or 5 days. If I was looking for that relevant of number, I think I have it right now. Right now, I have it. So right now, what worries me is for the information to go out. So here is him and Joseph Numa Boyka's son. To the extent that this guy was even giving a diplomatic passport. Here Joseph Numa Boyka. Here's the guy and Joseph Numa Boyka. This is the fellow and Joseph Numa Boyka. It was after Joe Numa Boyka won the election. And here Joseph Numa Boyka. Now, how will we be talking about fighting drugs when the first family, they are involved with people who are notoriously trading drugs in Liberia? How will this fight against drugs succeed? How? No, you tell me how. I don't know. You tell me. How can we succeed in the fight against drugs when the very people who are the importers, the people who are actually the how you call the guru, when they have proximity to the presidency, when these people are giving our diplomatic passport around here to turn around, how can we succeed? Look at this. How can we succeed? While you and myself are seriously advocating against drug usage because we are affected as parents. Like I said yesterday on the TikTok, none of us, absolutely none of us, are immune to the danger that drugs poses on our society. Because one way or the other, our children, our relatives, somebody we love so dearly, a friend of ours, may be hooked on it. But you know, sometimes we are frustrated because while we, the ordinary people, are pointing the light and trying to expose this thing, the people who are supposed to ensure that the necessary action are implemented, these people are seen in bed with these very, very people who are inflicting pains on our kids. That's just a Numa Boyka. This guy was caught with almost $500,000, in fact, more $1 million drugs. This guy, here's the drugs. Here is it. Look at the drugs. Look at the drugs. And this is not his first time. This is not his first time. He has been bringing it. According to the information that we have gathered, I have people there that I can call. Even right now, I can call them. I will not be able to call them on the show. The guy say, in fact, the officers, the guy who led the operation, the guy is suspended. Can you imagine that? The guy who led the operation to expose or to arrest this particular guy, the LDA officer is suspended. They suspended the LDA officer. They put him on administrative leave. I thought these are people that we must promote. These are people that we must hail. These are people that must be given accolades. But the guy who arrested this particular individual is on administrative leave. Why is he on administrative leave? Why? You know, when I spoke to one of my sources at the LDA, this guy is a pastor. This person, anyway, this person is a kind of religious person. The person said, look, Prince, some of us, the work that we are here doing, we are just working for God. That God we're working for. Because he said, Prince, you will be surprised. Every day we receive tip. And the tip that we receive, these are people that are highly placed government officials. These are the people that you will see with the presidency. In fact, they have exclusive proximity to the presidency. This my source was talking, said, Prince. Somebody think that he said, we can get frustrated. He said that's the reason why some of these young boys who are in the LDA, who are volunteers, they can choose that sometimes when they arrest these drugs, they don't even bring it here. They choose to just sell it to another community. Because at the end of the day, the people who actually should be arrested, they are not. They walk away scot-free. They walk away scot-free. The guy says sometimes when we go on operation, especially at these very ghettos, when I see myself arresting just somebody who taking drugs or somebody who they say, oh yeah, they man selling open, he says sometimes I feel bad. Because I know this particular guy that I'm arresting, so now when you pour all the drugs together in a whole ghetto, it even reach complete $100 US. You pour all the drugs together in a ghetto, it reach $100 US. But then it is not that we don't know, we know these people. These people are using their diplomatic immunity to bring in these drugs. To the extent some of them, when they appear at the airport, in fact, they have almost like escorts that will come for their luggages from the plane. It does not go through the normal protocol. From the plane straight in the motorcar, from the motorcar straight outside. He said, we know we receive this information. Our partners, we have a whole network. The guy was telling me we have a whole network. Some of these drugs, before they even leave from where they're leaving from, we already get a kind of hint on it. But he said you will be surprised that sometimes we want to move in. The place the call can come from. This is somebody who has been working in the LDEA, even during Ellington. This guy has spent about 21 years in the LDEA. 21 years. The guy said, Prince, what I am saying now, these are things that I have never seen. Even under the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf regime, under the We Are led regime. that we condemn and say, oh, drugs were all around the place. Some of the things that we are seeing on, we've never seen it before. He said one time they went on an operation, they received a tip, and they went on that operation. He said he was surprised to receive a call from somebody who is very close to the president, that will be seen with the president on a daily basis. Anywhere the president is, this particular individual is there. The guy said they received the call. The person called in. In fact, when the person called and got to know that he was on the phone, the person dropped the phone down and called Gregory Cuomo, who was the police director. Is the police director. Called Gregory Cuomo. And Gregory Cuomo called the LDA boss and said, let the man back down. Let him just, how you call, seize all of the how you call it thing, the exhibit, and bring it to the police station. The guy said he was shocked. Instead of taking the item that they arrested to the LDA office, they said, let's carry it to the police station. So everybody back down. In fact, everybody should remain there. The police is coming to take siege. The guy said, Prince, the police came with a wow car. Wow. He said the suspect was taking a place in the police car along with the drugs that they were able to collect, was taking a place in the police car. They carry him. He said, even him that led the operation, the guy he said, gentleman, you step down. And he said to his greater surprise, after 3 days, the guy was right back in the community. He was right back. Nothing happened. So you were telling me, he said, Prince, he said, those of us who are here, we are even taking risks. Because these people can do anything to us and nothing will come from inside. He said, nothing will come from inside. These guys can harm us. He said, you will be surprised. Some of the numbers that are. Who is one of the big person here, so to speak? I don't have in my phone. These guys having it in their phones. These guys are having those numbers in their phones. He said, so Prince, our hands are tied under this government. He said, some of us that have been here doing the early regime, 21 years being here, when we saw Mr. Boyka taking that drug test, some of us were happy. And when you put on Facebook talking all the thing that Sherry, we said, we don't believe it. He said, some of us were happy and say, yeah, the president now coming take a really presidential approach to fight this issue of drugs. But he said, Prince, it was better that Joseph Newman Boyka didn't even go for that drug test. He said it was better because it's just a rampant now. And the reason why we continue to talk this, my people, is because Liberia is the only place that we have and we can call home. With what we see going on, it's terrible. Look at this guy. And he is not the only one. There are hundreds of them in Liberia. Imagine this guy. Look at the kind of drugs. Look at this kind of drugs. Look, $700 plus $1,000. Now 100, not 200, $700 plus $1,000 worth of drugs. It is not making airways. You know why? Because there are people even in the government that are killing the story. They don't want the story to come up. Some of the information that people share with us, the only thing we do not really have the time sometimes to be always on here, because we get other 1 or 2 hustle to do. We got to take care of the family, and we got to keep shelter over our head. But some of the information we share with you, you will be shocked and be surprised. There you go. Let him hear. A notorious drug figure was not only giving proximity to the presidency, but he had what we call a diplomatic passport. Yeah, is he? And Joseph Newman Boyka's son, the two of them here. He and Boyka's son. Yeah, is he? It did not even stop there. Let him and Boyka. Look at him and Boyka. So this guy have what we call close proximity to the presidency. Close. How can we fight drugs? Why would drugs not be all around the place? When you have Mr. Boyka giving exclusive assets to drugs law. Look, let me tell you something, and I'm going to say this to everybody's face. One of the people you got to scare in our country about it, draw something. See the Lebanese people? Not all of them, but scare them. Scare them. Yaka. Let me just tell you, most of these people who say, oh, we'll go on this side to go buy our goods, our service, especially foreigners, scare them. That's why they don't waste time to pay money. No, they don't waste time. I had a friend who was working because he's no longer there. In fact, as I speak now, he's in the States. He was working at one of the border points. The guy said, Prince. He said to be an honest person in that Liberia. One, it takes the grace of God. Number two, you must be somebody who really have a high level of moral. He said, when I was assigned to Nimba, the border between how you call Liberia and Guinea, as you know, when I was assigned there, I don't want to pull all of the information out. They got some of these guys will come to me with $10,000 US. $10,000. He said money that I've never seen before at one time for somebody to give me. He said somebody man they will come with $10,000. And some man, let 10,000 here for you. We just want for our car to pass. Or we want you to provide an escort. In fact, the guy said I looked at opening. He said, I even spent 2 months that the people transfer me. He said 2 months I did not spend there. They transfer me. He said, because when this government took over, the Breaker government took over, all we felt was that, yes, let all of us put our energy and effort into it so that we can fight this. He said, to the extent that these guys, they were brave enough to look at me and say, Gee, you spoiling operation, yo. You spoiling operation. The man said sometime within a day, somebody with that time was someone I beg you, allow my car to pass. I get 3,000 out for you. He said that's something they are giving to you in check. They say, oh yeah, let me go come back. They're counting the money right in front of you. Back. 3,000 as a cheap and let 3,000 higher. The man said the first 1 month that he worked down there, the amount of drugs that he was able to arrest, they told him not to even put it up. In fact, some of the information, they don't even put it up. He said one time, one other Peking that was there, the Peking went to a horse. He said the Peking went to her and said, Chi, I'm lying to you. He said, I'm telling you the truth, Chi. Let me answer this call very quick.
Ain't understand it. So, well, carry to all those things. At the end of the day, You coming in and saying no, that one is not employed, you don't want it, so you go back to status quo. So it doesn't make sense to us.
So I'm saying, did you sign any contract prior to officially,
A
going
lot of
over
people are given employment letter.
Oh, okay.
Across.
Including you as well.
All of us are given.
Oh.
If you want it, we'll show it all across.
Okay, all
A
right.
lot of people. But you know, when a new director is appointed, the first thing he needs to do is to go across the counties and ask for the letters of assignment, letter of employment, all the kind of thing.
Okay.
Because there are some people who are being employed, but the account is open. No money has fallen inside. They just open. That's why you see, I think it's you heard that civil service wanted the freedom to go and do some verification. Those are all the problems that came. So we are saying to the public and our men across the counties, we are standing in the vanguard and we want to meet the president. Because President Boga promised us that drugs is a national emergency.
So then one thing, before I talk to some of your colleagues, so 9 years ago, all right, or 9 years now, have you not been giving, like stipend or something?
No stipend. No money.
Okay.
They are not been giving stipend.
So with this current administration, were you able to engage the director or other officials of the LDA to seek redress?
The first thing when you go there, you find out this morning when the officers went there, I was online now, and then they placed the call. Nobody should enter.
Please go to whom?
To me, someone that played the call said, they said nobody should enter. I said, but why would you not enter your own fence? When you are arresting the drugs, you were not paid the call. You arrest all cartoon boxes and things, brother, they will put on the platform and say, oh yeah, the rest of the sample grant there. So now they didn't say, oh, you are not getting this, so carry the drugs back to the people. And if you are not honest to the country, how will you arrest the drugs and call the commander to say, oh, this is the drug? You understand it? So why will you not enter the place? So when I came, I saw the whole place already. People going and kneeling down there, I said no, but then the press.
So my question is, for the past times, have you been able to engage the management, especially the new director?
They are not giving you chance to see the director. They will not give you chance.
Okay.
They will not give you chance.
So who is Sebastian Farr?
Sebastian Farr is the deputy director of operation. He was at the police academy before. On a job we are.
Okay. So can we talk to Yasua? How are you? Okay. What's the name? What's the issue, sir?
Okay, my issue is transferring with LDA.
You want to look at us, please? Yeah.
Okay, I'm from River G. I came from River G. The issue here is the way they are operating with us is that what they told us. If let's say volunteer should go for possible employment. And when we came the distance when we travel on, this money we used to send our children to school, we are spending it. And for now, can't come about and say that your knee is dry. And the time we spend with LDA, including the age.
How many years have you spent?
I made 8 years with LDA.
Okay.
And now talking about the same, for the sake of age, we'll drop you.
They want to retire you?
I don't know whether they are retiring or whether they want to do, I don't know.
Okay.
So now, this is what we are asking them. With all the arrests are there, they all have an end. Are they arresting all you quality of joy and breaking to you? Never ask for my age. Reach the level you are asking for age. So this is why surprising me.
So they went through the verification exercise through the social agency?
Yes, I did.
Your name was on the list?
My name never appeared. They said that we were old due to our age.
How did you get at the LDA?
How did I get at the LDA? I give out the LDA as the action agent. And did the CPO used to encourage you that there's some encouragement in the background that is coming for you people. Rebel G, we the action agent more than 30, the employee that just about 5. All the arrest with the action agent.
So for 8 years now, were you giving like little things at the end of the month, or how were you getting something to be able to keep up with your family?
Nothing. Why you benefit is why you need to sustain your family.
So what has been your motivation for the past 8 years?
Okay. I have the country I have to serve my country, that there's something ahead of me. So I consider it to be my struggle to go ahead, to serve my country.
For 8 years.
Yeah, for 8 years.
So 8 years, okay. Have you met any officials of the LDA to be able to put forth your recommendations? Who is that person?
Okay. For the past time, the Liwa, for the Wednesday, or I think Rana, the past Liwa, Wednesday, always visit or come with the list that the office of LDA, the head office of LDA for the Republic of Liberia and well of people, that people should continue your hard work.
Do you have ADICA?
I have ADU.
You want to displace it?
No, I don't have it with me now.
Okay, all right. Okay, great. So let's talk to this other person. How are you, sir?
How you doing?
You want to call your name and tell us exactly what's the issue?
I'm Wise Arataure from River G.
Okay.
You know, my brother, there are a lot of things that are happening that if you not come on show to tell people, you will think that things are going well. From the time I was appointed as IG for the Labrador Drugs Enforcement Agency, Detachment
What do you
Agency,
mean?
IG, the chief investigator. From that time, I don't know what happened in Labrador. You appoint somebody, then the person now on payroll is just working. For what? So, you know, I don't know the reason.
How many years you been?
Yes, I can't appoint the letter. Somebody, the director, SRO, or every command or administration.
Do you have ID?
Yes.
You want to displace it so you can confuse the public?
I left it by.
Okay.
Can you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got my appointment letter.
Okay.
Where was somebody?
You bought the appointment letter as well?
Yeah, the appointment letter, I got it. Linda, well, come in. I don't want to wait, that's all. I got it.
Okay.
And for that time, I'm not getting on payroll.
How many years have you been in LGA?
Oh, 4 years now.
4 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it your first time coming to the media to complain about the LDA, or you have done
No,
this?
my first time.
Okay, first time.
Because what is going on now, I'm getting it. It's not good. It's not good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. What else you want to tell the public?
No, what I want to tell the public, a meaning for some of us, because we got a country at heart. You get me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We got a country at heart.
Mm-hmm.
So some of us, we desire to work. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
To work. You go in my country now.
River G County.
Go to River G County. You ask for my name. People will tell you almost 13% with colonels were able to chase me, to attack me. 2 different times went on an attack.
Basically, we part of River G. Are you yourself?
Fish town itself. The captain said it. I will not be afraid. Because the kind of tension I went through for the particular entity.
So
as you come there, somebody tell me that because of the age.
What kind of recommendation you want to put forth to the current management of LDA?
My recommendation is let them see to it that all action agents should work and get on payroll. Because you not work for that more time, the years that you work for without pay, that time reaching, for people to get on payroll or to go on training. Then you want to downside the other people and then bring in people that you favor. No.
So basically, your main issue is that, according to you, the current management of LDA asks you that you have age.
Yes.
Right, and you have to be retired.
That's
but
what
they don't want to take care of you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you
So
very
if
much.
I stand now and say, okay, but then for the past year that I've been working, let the government pay me. You want
to call your age?
I can call my age.
Yes.
I'm 47. I don't really have it from somebody.
Okay, 47 years.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's talk to this gentleman. What's up? How are you?
I'm fine.
What's the issue? What's the name first?
I'm Solomon Marcel from Javier, Lower Madibi County. Currently, I serve as the commander to Javier, Lower Madibi County. But before you can come with your question, I got one thing to say to the LDA management. I will give them 24 hours to put down our names.
One day.
Or else we will count us up. And we are calling on all of the action agents across the country, from the 15 counties of Labrador, to assemble to the LDO office on Thursday, that we will make sure the right thing be done. Corruption, the government came to fight corruption, not to embrace corruption. And corruption has started already within DA. And we are calling on the national government to take action, or else there will be serious problems. But we are ready. We are ready to cause the problems. We are ready to take the street. We are ready to take the media and do whatever we're supposed to do. Because you cannot keep somebody in the system for so many years that at the end of the day, with the encouragement of being employed, that at the end of the day, you're not getting the employment.
What do you describe as corruption at the LDA?
Corruption at the LDA, what I'm describing as corruption at the LDA is because what's supposed to be done is not being done.
Such as
employment.
Okay.
Employment. You have a lot of people, you have thousands of people working in the LDA.
our salary with the impression of being of getting on the payroll.
Were you able to meet the current management, maybe the LTA boss or any of the deputies?
They will not get the access to meet them.
Have you made any attempt?
We have made an attempt to meet them on so many occasions. You will not have the authority to meet them. Well, I came into the DEA by the the same thing we call intelligence. For example, if you are working here and then if your DEA working here, they're going to call you. Yes, we want you to be to this other area to have us informed. And then when you have been informed, at the end of the day, bring you into the system. Yes, you are okay to work. Okay, how am I working? You are working with it for a certain time for you to be employed, for you to get into the payroll. Okay, submit the document. Yes, we have submitted documents to HR office. We have submitted documents several times. We have even took tests when Prince Harry was awful. When Prince Harry was awful in LDA, we took tests several times. We passed. We were given letter to tell us, gentlemen, no money now for people to go for training. You guys go work. You guys are officers. You go back to your growth detail, go and work. And when the time comes, we'll be able to include you guys within the payroll.
What is specification and communication we're giving you to the
I have a communication. I have a communication because the reason the problem that when this thing was coming on, the one the director of operation want all to that we are coming for the process of do whatever we shouldn't be on the materials until the process is completed.
But do you have RT?
Yes, I have it.
You want to display this?
No, like what I'm saying, we're about to move it right now until the process is completed.
So for now, the way you operate to the media, do you care to show your ID in subsequent time?
Oh yes, I'm willing to show my ID. I'm willing to show my assignment letter. I'm willing to show whatever you want for me to show to you. I'm willing to show it. I have everything. If you even go to Firestone, they will tell you, they will show you they will show you all of my documents, all of my assignment letters.
So you guys are giving the LDA management 24 hours.
We are giving them 24 hours
on one day. If nothing is done.
If nothing is done, we're going to take the street.
We'll reduce it
We'll make sure
hours.
we are calling on the president to
Yes.
put hold onto the process until proper investigation is done, or else we will take action.
Who do you think serve as the barricade at the LDA for which you have not achieved your goal?
We are the three directors.
The director proper.
The director. We are calling on the. We are looking at the director of operation. The director of operation have been a serious embarrassment to LDA.
What's the name of the director of operation?
Sebastian Farr. Sebastian have been a serious embarrassment to LDA, and we are calling on the government to take action, or else we'll take the law into our hands.
How has he been a serious embarrassment to LDA?
Sebastian have been a serious embarrassment to LDA by sideline people that have been working with the agency. Sebastian have been a serious embarrassment to LDA by bringing something that by disobeying some others or violating or crossing a limit.
So let be specific. You say he has been embarrassment to the institution.
Yeah.
And narrow it to your issue. How has he been an embarrassment?
He has been an embarrassment to LDA. He has been an embarrassment to our issue because he's the one. He's the cause. He's the main source behind it. He's the main reason.
Now, fellow Liberians, I'm sorry, we had to attend to something very, very important. So we had to attend to something very important, sorry. The call was from all the way back home. There were some other things that I have to give an instruction on to ensure that, it goes on. That's why you see we are passionate about what happens back home, because everything that we do here, our life, blah, 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 and everything, we do it for back home, for the family, for the friends. So it's like I have to be on the phone for another 45 minutes with, some very serious issue is happening. So because of that, I'm sorry, we can't continue the live. We have to stop here and hopefully continue maybe tomorrow. But there is an emergency that I have to attend to. From back home, I have to be on the phone, and I can't be on the phone at the same time, talking with you people. So please allow me to attend to that, and hopefully tomorrow we shall continue. I want to thank all of you. Have yourself a God bless day, and bye from my end.